Now, it is safe to say that this is the Gigi moment that we have been waiting for, because this was a fight I did not expect to come after the whole plane arc, which it makes so much sense, right? With characters like Momo and characters like Zuma being so effective in the fight against the Kito family and the Typhoon, we obviously needed to give something for a character like Gigi, who's been left out of the story and left out a little bit of character development for a while now. And it makes me very excited to see what kind of development that Vamola might get if we do see the fight that's going on with the Gecko. But we haven't cut back to that yet, which honestly, I'm really not too mad about. This battle between Gigi, the Evil Eye, and the Smoke Yokai, Anenra, is a big moment simply because it shows how far Gigi has come in his training and his ability to master and manipulate his spiritual energy, but also how much the Evil Eye has been, for lack of a better term, domesticated. Like, not only did this man a couple chapters ago save Seiko, he made fun of her, laughed at her, and, talked his crap, but at the end of the day, when Anenra was going for the final blow, he saved her and took her out of the fight and then began fighting in his own way. He waited in the car when they asked him to wait in the car. And again, even way earlier on, we've seen instances where Evil Eye accidentally switches over from Gigi and he still just goes through school like a normal human being. And it shows that childlike state where everyone was so against the Evil Eye. Turbo Granny said the Evil Eye cannot be changed. Its evil intentions, its destroying of the world, even the backstory that it may have fed Gigi might have all been one lie to manipulate Gigi into giving up his high spiritual energy body to the Evil Eye. However, time and time again, we are shown that while the Evil Eye definitely has some malicious tendencies and very well could have changed its backstory a little bit just based off of, if you've been rewatching the anime, the scene of everything going on with the exorcism of the Evil Eye, it really puts a lot of different things into perspective. However, you see this childlike state and how this kid can be pushed and guided towards the light, for lack of a better term, and be shown to do good things, because in this battle with Anenra quickly adapts to all of this going on, right? Because at first, Anenra is completely confused as to why Gigi's spiritual gun is actually able to cause damage to it. Because as far as he's concerned, the Evil Eye can throw as hard of punches and kicks as he can. It does no physical damage as long as Anenra just kind of poofs away. However, we do get a brief, small little explanation for why Gigi actually is able to cause damage, simply because there are two different types of spins that he can create with his spiritual gun. I don't want to say it's similar to the Rasengan because it's a completely different concept, but essentially by rotating right, he kind of forces his spiritual energy upon physical concepts and can kind of cause damage like he does in the Space Globalist arc. It's what he does originally. It's just the very natural way that things rotate. However, if Gigi was to switch his rotation of the spiritual energy to left, it's also possible that he would be able to attack a corporeal enemy, or an incorporeal enemy, I should say, someone that is an ethereal smoke-like demon, which is, I just want to say, super specific and super convenient because this is the exact type of enemy that Gigi ends up going up against. It almost makes me wish that we didn't get such a specific and perfect, this is a perfect coincidence that I learned how to do this to fight against a smoke demon. Could have gotten the same explanation just for a completely different reason, but it's fine. I understand it. I still love the explanation because not only does it make sense, it shows how far Gigi has come with his training, right? Because we've always gotten this potential man meme hood about Gigi, where we always hear about how high spiritual energy he does, and yet again, he's been left out of the story for a long time, so we haven't been able to see, since the Space Globalist arc, how far he's come. And this is the best possible moment for that. This video is sponsored by GamerSupps, the ultimate energy and focus formula. GamerSupps is an awesome drink made up of a bunch of vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin D3, B6, B12, and vitamin H. All super good for you and your health, so it's not one of those awful sugar-filled concoctions that's gonna make you crash after drinking it. If you're still skeptical about it, go check out the link and use my code anyway. They are more than willing to send you some free samples and give you a chance to try their product for free. Use my code NOOP now for 10% off, and thank you GamerSupps for sponsoring the channel. However, like I started off this video with, this is not just a big moment for Gigi, it's also a big character moment for the Evil Eye. Because Anenra, through adapting, realizes that, hey, okay, you can attack me while you're in your human form. Gigi is able to use the spiral gun to hit me and attack my ethereal form. However, Gigi can't take my physical attacks. Gigi will instantly collapse and die because of his weak, frail human body. His physical attacks are so strong they could kill Gigi instantly. So that's why Gigi needs to continue switching over to the evil eye, because the evil eye is so strong and durable when it comes to spiritual energy and power that he's actually able to handle the physical aspect of the fight. So what Anenra tries to do is saying, hey, I'm just going to continually attack you as much as possible and not give you a single second to switch, which means, sure, you can endure my attacks, but the evil eye isn't going to be able to last forever, right? There's got to be some kind of limit that the evil eye can take. And if he can't switch to Gigi, then he can't counterattack. He really can't do anything. So that's actually a really good strategy to go up against. However, there is one thing that the Smoke Yokai did not anticipate. And honestly, it's something that we kind of talked about last chapter review. And while it was kind of speculation, headcanon-y, and just kind of a fun theory to talk about, to think that we would get confirmation of that theory almost a chapter later is just absolutely beautiful, because this is really the chemical reaction, the dynamic duo teamwork moment that I really wanted out of Evil Eye and Gigi. Because you see here, and it's also such a cool freaking counterattack that they put together the moment they actually create this fusion, right? Where Anenra is throwing a kick, and while it hits Evil Eye in the face, suddenly the Evil Eye's hands move towards Anenra and kind of start spiraling left. However, just before that spirit gun shoots, the Evil Eye throws its foot back in a counter kick, and actually that kick lands and causes real damage. Not to bring up Naruto again, but it's very almost similar to another character, which I won't spoil, where they are intangible, but if you are touching them while they're physical at the time, they can only be intangible at certain moments, but they have to be physical every other moment. So if you can time your attack correctly by making them think, you know, Anenra was ready to take the spiritual blast, and then Evil Eye threw the kick and it hit him. While it might not be the same concept, it's kind of reminiscent, but I think what actually happened here is with the reveal, which is, again, the big moment of the chapter, that Gigi and the Evil Eye were actually able to reach equilibrium and perfect harmony and actually exist at the exact same time simultaneously in the same body. It's completely possible that not only is Gigi gaining the durability buff now, but he's also being able to use that left spiral spiritual energy in the Evil Eye's physical attacks now. So he doesn't have to just use the gun. Now, Gigi can not only endure all of those attacks, he can apply that left spin to Evil Eye's kicks and Evil Eye's punches, which means this has become an actual direct one-on-one melee battle now. Where Gigi was at the disadvantage before and Anenra was taking advantage of that disadvantage, now Gigi and Evil Eye adapted to the point that not only are they coexisting, which is just like an insane kind of development, like the ramifications of this for Gigi's character and just his level of power in general dramatically alter this character. After this, you can no longer make the potential man meme for Gigi, because not only has he leveled up his spiritual gun, now he's just a boss at all times. How this direct kind of thing works, where is it like a fusion ha, where like their minds combine into a new personality? Or is it like they just kind of talk at the same time and they just share the same mouth shit and they're just kind of existing at the same time? We will obviously be getting more information on later. Next chapter, which unfortunately it is a break week next chapter, so we will have to wait till we get that information. But for a cliffhanger like this to be what we get left off on before a break week, that's enough hype to keep me going for that whole week, because wow, I am very happy to see Gigi get the comeuppance that he deserves, and all I can hope for is that we see more of it. But guys, if you enjoy this content, please, please, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel way more than you know. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future DanDaDan reviews after that break week is over. Or feel free to check out any of the DanDaDan content that I have, like my Seiko video, my Okarun video, and obviously what I'm going to need to do soon after this fight, the Gigi video. But guys, let me know your thoughts down on this character development for Gigi in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.